counter-thrust capture the flags between Ogre Kingdoms and Sylvan Elves. The Ogres are dropping everything. After this deployment is set. The Trapper Scouts are out. They've already trapped the hill. It looks specious.
Din Vanguard. Att den här kan få ställa sig lite med sidan och göra en charge möjlig här med min Giant. Sådär.
The Vanguard game is on. The Sylvans have deployed thinly on the left side. The Ogres are heavy in the middle.
Yes, Din Vanguard. Jag börjar med att marschera.
The Kestrels flee from a giant charge, giant with great weapon. The Spearmen stand their panic test.
Vi tar en fireball på dina Wild Riders. Ja.
Awaken the Beast plus strength on the Forest Rangers. The Yetis take a lot of wounds from Master of Earth and arrows. A wound on another giant. Otherwise, just strategical movement. And the general has found a spot. The Ogres on turn 2 charge the Dryades with an 8 charge, and Scrappers flank the Blade Dancers. A giant flanks the Kestrel Knights, and Scrappers chaff off the Wild Huntsman.
Jag har ändå Flaming Sword om du skulle countercharge mig. Ja, vi tar en overrun. Vi är inne i dem då.
Scorching Salvo decimated the Sylvan army, and the Pathfinders fled off the table. Now, half of the points of the army of the Ogre charged into the Dryades, killing 3 more Dryades than were in the full unit. They overrun into the Archers, and things have turned very bleak in 1 round for the Sylvan Elves. Alternatively light for the Ogre Kingdoms.
So I shuffled up my main block with all the carrots in the middle to the hill, and made a 8 charge over to the Dryades in the middle, and got a decent overrun. They have Flaming Sword, and now the Swordmasters have a flank charge on me, and we'll see if they can break them. The Giants are dominating this side for now, and Lord is shafted by a Saber Tusk. And this side I have unfortunately enough just been ignoring and hoping it solves itself. Då spelar jag tillbaks. Min Wizard kommer använda sitt Breath Weapon.
Okay.
Så 1 styrka 4 Breath med Flaming Sword. Det är 9 hits. 2 lever. Reroll på 1.
4 Ogres are killed in the combat. Flank charge Blade Dancers. The Ogres, overrunning into the Archers and being charged in the flank by the Blade Dancers, kill all the Blade Dancers with 1 breath attack. Flaming Swords, buffing the unit.
This combats. Still there. Jag hade inget att mäta med, men jag kan låna in den här kanske.
Ja då. The Giant and Spear Elves stand. The Spear Elves on a steadfast. Now in a new Ogre round, the Ogres charge the Dragon. The units of the Sylvan side try to surround the big block, but it did not work. It did not pan out. It was a desperate move. Now the Ogres are charging with everything they've got.
Giant roll. Alina. These guys. They're in 2. And he fled 3, right?
Yeah.
Did you move him?
No.
You want me to move him?
Sure. The general fled from a terror-causing giant and seems poised to be caught in pursuit.
Yeah, I'm going to try to catch him with both of them. So Giant goes first, and he gets him.
Yeah.
So he destroys him there, and I get to test for a reform. And he makes it, so he has reforms. This guy is dead, and these guys get a failed charge. And that's all my charges. I've got to move these guys in.
The dragon is killed in a duel single-handedly by the Ogre General, and the Ogres overrun into the Forest Ranger. The Treeman does 4 wounds to the Giant, but flees on static combat rest. But it gets away from both units chasing after it. The Ogre boss takes the Forest Rangers outright and turned to take the Treeman, which rallied this turn. The Heath Hunters also rallied. There are very few elves left on the table, but they're fighting tenaciously. Not this elf though, it's fleeing.
Sen har vi Yetis då mot dina Wild Riders, så där slår du först.
The Yeti is charged, and the Treeman is charged again by the Giant. The Giant and Treeman are the only combating units left on the table. Everything on the Sylvan army is wiped out. The Treeman has 2 wounds left, and he's taking a save on his last 2 wounds. And he makes it. 1 wound left. The Treeman died, shot down by a pyroclastic flow, and the picture of the battlefield is one of a whole remaining Ogre army. Almost no losses. A complete victory.
So the game is finished, and we haven't counted yet, but I think I got 20. Wooders got wiped, and I had most of my guys left on the table. I had pretty much a flawless game, both strategy-wise, but also dice-wise, and I enjoy playing Wooders with this army. I nailed the shard from the hill in the first turn and got the advantage there, and killing most of his shooting and panicking a few units. I was lucky enough to make the Elven Lord just flee from terror and get caught instantly. And it was a bit of a slug against the Treeman on the flank, but when you have Flaming Sword and toughness modifiers, you can kill them with Giants. The trappers really did their job since I started, so I have 3 × 5 trappers. So I start up by chaffing the entire army with 15 trappers and placing traps in both hills and forests, allowing the cavalry to not charge me first turn, basically. And I was lucky enough to kill pretty much all of his chaff and his wizard with the Scorching Salvo in turn 2. Always helps. GG.